welcome Dr. Kubra. I will turn around and say Dr. Kubra Zenig Ali Tintas. Sorry, it's always a bit challenging. Thank you. Welcome, Dr. Kubra.
Thank you so much. Welcome first, and thank you for that big organization, Tayana.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kubra. So I would like to announce our wellness director from Sofitel, the Palm, who will tell to us more about special offers to the ladies. Please have a seat. Welcome, Maria. Welcome, Maria. Maria Kuzeva is a spa director at Sofitel Dubai, the Palm, and we are happy to have her with us. Next is our Dr. Ludmila Vukosavljevic, an international speaker who is also an educator and expert in TCM and bioresonance. Welcome, Dr. Ludmila. Please have a seat. And last but not least is our beautiful Courtney McClendon, who came all the way from USA to be here with us. Please have a seat here next to me. And we will start this conversation by asking all of you one simple question. Have you ever thought about menopause and women that go through menopause? What do they need? How do they recognize their needs? And also, we would like to talk about pregnancy and hormonal disbalances that are then creating so many drama around this topic. And I will start with Dr. Kubra. So I'm going to hand over the microphone to you. And I will ask a first question. Dr. Kubra, what is going on with us? We're all here, girls, girl power, but you know, we have some mood swings. Then we gain weight, we don't know why. Then we are angry on someone, we don't know why. So what is going on? Please, can you elaborate? And it starts very young, right?
Yeah. Actually, we are like in roller coaster, unfortunately. Okay, I will start with two myths I will start with perimenopause because there are two myths in the sector now that I'm struggling in daily life in my practice. First, perimenopause starts doesn't start after 45. It starts literally after 35, 40s. So it's one myth. The second myth that it is not only related with the reproductive system. We think it is only the hot flashes that is happening to us. But our hormones are working in all over the body. So it gives us the overall well-being. So what is happening in the perimenopausal era after 35? Unfortunately, first our progesterone starts to decline. So we are experiencing irregular periods. That means our ovulations start to get interrupted. And then we are having mood swings. We are having sleep problems. We are having stress issues, like we couldn't deal with any stressors that we were able to deal before. And most of my patients, or most of the women, I don't want to say patients, most of the women in my practice, they are coming to my clinic and they are saying the first thing, doctor, I'm not feeling the same as before. It is the key factor. So whenever you feel that you are not feeling the same as before, it is a start point of your perimenopause. And the third myth, I think, perimenopause doesn't mean that you will hit menopause in a short term. It might take time. For some women, it might take maybe 1 to 2 years. For some women, it might take over than 10 years. So it is like a literally roller coaster for us. So it is not only the hot flashes. Some of the women are coming with the joint pain to me. Some of them are coming with tinnitus. Some of them are coming with the chronic headaches. And when I try to understand what is going on in their life, it is not only the hormones, it's not only the estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. It comes from their study. It comes from their nutritional habits. It comes from their exercise. It comes from their sleeping habits. From wellness. So that when I'm trying to give them the proper plan, not treatment plan, I'm just saying them proper plan, I'm trying to cover holistically. It is not something only the hormones is in the highlight, under the highlight. It should be with the lifestyle. It should be with their stress management. It should be related with their sleep management even. So we need to think about holistically. Yes, the hormones or supplementation or the other things is coming, but we need to give them much more like we need to think about the long term. It is a journey. We are not. I'm seeing my patients maybe only for 30 minutes over to 1 hour, but it will be a journey for them. So we need to be with them all holistically. That means, as a gynecologist, yes, I'm dealing with their hormonal issues or the body changes and stuff, but our nutritionist should be in the pathway. They need to give them a guide about how they need to, not dietitian, I'm not talking about the calorie restriction, I'm talking how to take the nutrition properly. And on the second hand, it comes with the lifestyle. The personal trainers is popping up in that part. So there are some types, exercise types, even we can give them a data about with their test results to show them how they need to exercise in the morning or in the evening, or as a high intensity training or normal type of the trainings. We are able to show them. And in the end, when it comes to the skin part also, because when we are aging with the hormonal changes, our skin is changing. So I'm working in an aesthetic clinic, in the aesthetic branch of King's. We are seeing the patients that has the chronic problem in their skins, especially after 35, hitting to 40. So we need to give them a data about how their internal health is affecting their outside beauty. So it is all 360. From my perspective, I'm trying to deal with their hormonal changes, and it's not easy, by the way. It's a long journey, and it should be sustainable. Whatever we are giving, it should be sustainable.
Wow, what an introduction to a topic, right? So yes, it's a definitely 360, and that's why you are on the wellness conference, right? So the next question will go to Dr. Ludmila, because the thing is, we see that we have some changes. Like in my case, the first thing that happened is I'm a freak when it comes to exercise, healthy lifestyle, biohacking. But all of a sudden, really without a change of a lifestyle, zero sugar, zero junk food, I gained 5 kilos. From where? From air? I have no idea what happened. And before, I was always saying, shut your mouth, don't eat. But it's not that. I'm the real living example. This is not true. Because I did shut my mouth and it was still there. So Dr. Kubra helped me because she does some beautiful testings. I think it's called Dutch test. Yeah, Dutch test, and some really inside stories in what happens with you. But Dr. Ludmila is using different methods. So she's coming from a quantum field medicine, so quantum medicine, bioresonance. So Dr. Ludmila, please talk to us. What is quantum medicine? How do you figure out what's happening with our body, but also with our emotions?
Thank you so much, Diana. I don't know if you are familiar with the terms of quantum medicine and bioresonance. It is actually energetic medicines, checking with the frequencies in all levels, physical, mental, and emotional. So we are spiritual beings, but in a physical body, and we need to connect our mind and our body and our soul. So bioresonance is checking different influence that we don't check in conventional medicine, which is actual influence of radiation from mobile phones, computers that we are exposed a lot. Then we follow up the scars, maybe from previous operation. Then it can be scars from inflammation, and maybe it is the emotional scars. Also, we can check on a frequency level intolerances like gluten, sugar, dairy, milk, and so on. Did you know that you can be intolerant even to healthy food? Because each person is unique and each body reacts in a different levels. A lot of people today are exposed to brain fog, fatigue, lack of concentration, and so on. And as Dr. Kubra said, what I see with the patients that from 35, they're actually entering perimenopause, which means that they're not menopause and they have some symptoms that are different from those one that we learn in the books. They have regular periods, but they have some other symptoms. One of the symptoms that is not so much familiar maybe with you is that ladies can feel something like electric shock, you know, when you feel in the whole body. Then late researches show that the pain shoulder also can be connected to the perimenopause. Brain fog, fatigue, changing of mood, but we don't know because daily we are exposed to huge stress and we don't know, is it from stress that we are overwhelmed or is it coming from something else? And of course, the impact of the emotions. I don't know if you are familiar with this, that the organs are connected to the emotions. And a lot of us can get this belly fat. We don't know where it comes. It actually usually come from the liver. And the main emotion that we have with the liver is the anger. Then it's a rage, feeling of betrayal connected to the gallbladder meridian and the detox programs. It can be victim mentality. We can have feeling of lack of power, joylessness, and so on. So each emotion that we suppress goes to the organs and influence. Mainly with the ladies, it goes with the suppressed anger. We want to be nice, we want to be polite, so the family is satisfied, so our co-workers are satisfied, and these emotions are settled in the organs. If you wake up during the night between 1 and 3, consider that maybe there is some disbalance in the liver, or you're waking up between 3 to 5, maybe it's lungs and sadness, and it comes from any part of your life. It can be childhood, it can be adults, because our body is stressed with a certain emotional impact that we are not aware. Because we have energy field, and energy is actually like the best perfume. When you enter the room, you bring your energy with yourself. Somebody will like, somebody will dislike, and this is what we call resonance. Those one who are attached to us, that we are attracted, it's a field that we cannot see with the eyes, but it has a huge impact on us. So what is your energy looking like if you can scan it? We have devices that we can check. Where is the energy leaking and why this is happening and how we can support this. And I suggest you, if you are free, visit us at Longevity Room to see so many gadgets that we have that can help you. For example, today I have the quantum patch. You see here, Be Well. And also I have for the ladies, here is the heart. This is not a tattoo. This is a quantum patch that supports the hormones without the hormones level. And this is one of the most powerful acupuncture points which produces blood, and it can support also the patient in other stages with the hormones, not only perimenopause and menopause, but any age. So
thank you, doctor. This is such a great transformation
Thank
to
you.
the wellness field, because now they understand why I mixed all of you together. Unfortunately, microphonia doesn't come from our technician. It comes from, I believe, other stages. So I do apologize for that. I'm sure that our technical guys will manage this, because as soon as they start, we start to lose the control. So I would like to say one more thing. Having said that emotions are packed in our, like, stack in our organs, that then takes whatever Dr. Kubra said at the beginning, sounded a little bit medical, right? That's science. Then we have a doctor who is also doctor, but also energetic doctor. So,
Which is also science.
which is also science. This is exactly what I wanted to say. So quantum field has a lot of backup. I'm also carrying one around my neck, and I'm doing it just to, prove everything, because I'm also wearing Aura, and I can check when this really works and when it's not working, right? So it really works. Frequencies do work. I can test it. And then all this said, we go down to beauty and wellness. How do we take something so scientifically and then implement it into our, we always we come from a background of, we were discussing this, massage, or a background of, tree huggers, that's how they used to call us, but now we are merging with science. Hello, it's a whole new world. So that's why with us is Maria. So Maria, when I come to you into your Sofitel beautiful spa at Palm, so what can you offer? How do you offer, solutions to the people or the ladies who come with these problems? Joint pain, I feel bloated. What do you do?
Actually, in the wellness and the spa, we have so much that we can offer to the ladies, and together with the doctors, we are going to the new future of the woman right now. Not everybody talk about it, but that's where we are going, and it's so good that it's so nice for us to be here and just openly talk about it and support all of the women, right? Of course, in the wellness, in the spa, we can do so much, and there is so many benefits. First of all, let's say everybody is worrying about the weight loss, right? What we can do in the wellness is, because we have a lot of muscle and a joint discomfort, we can offer, let's say, aqua aerobic, because in the water we don't feel the body weight, and at the same time we are moving. We also do offer a different yoga or breathing exercise, sound healing, sound baths, Reiki, connected with the treatments, because the mood swings, as we all talk about it, right? It's come out of nowhere, and together with all of the frequency and the stones that we implement in our treatment, is so different and so unique. As we talk about stones, I actually do have a stone, right?
Oh, you do?
We have, and the stones are really what
they have a frequency.
Exactly,
also
they have a frequency. And just because we talk about woman, I have the rose quartz with me today, because that's what helps us. And if you don't have a stone, do get a rose quartz. It does really help us. Also, what we provide in the wellness and in the spa is not only about us moving, but we can offer different treatments with the different essential oils, let's say with the lavender, with the chamomile, with the sage, that work on our emotions. As we talked about emotion swings, right?
I can see that there are some joint ventures happening here very soon, because it's going to work. It's going to work really marvelously to see, to test with bioresonance, and then to give the solution.
Yes.
And then also for the face, right? Because,
Yes.
excuse me, we need to cater to this. Sorry. Thank you. So when we talk about beauty and different skin situations, I would call them situations, because there is no other word. I have one here, situation, just happened. Always they come out before the big event, or wherever you have to go somewhere very important, then the situation comes up. So breakouts and different things. Please tell us, Courtney,
Yes.
how do you deal with that? Because you come from cosmetics, right? So this is a beautiful product.
Yes.
And what do you do in your company without promoting anything?
Yes, of course. And I think Dr. Kubra kind of kicked this off a little bit. Naturally, our hormones shift so much. So you just spoke to your situation, right? Your stress hormone right now. That is what is coming into play, and now you're having these breakouts. But as women, our estrogen levels start to fluctuate. Estrogen naturally is what gives us very firm, plump skin. We have our own natural hyaluronic acid, so the skin is very smooth. But as we age and those estrogen levels decline, the skin now is thinner, it's drier, right? If your progesterone levels pick up, you may notice now you have more oil, right? Your skin is oilier, you're having breakouts in certain regions, commonly along the jawline. That's where I see them most often in the treatment room. And so at that point, that's where we start to speak about, now we have to shift your skincare, right?
Let me just take a key points, because I'm sure the ladies are writing down. So estrogen
Yes.
will make your skin plump.
Plump and firm and hydrated. You will
Okay.
produce your own natural hyaluronic acid. You don't need to purchase it at that point. Yes.
So you don't need hyaluronic acid if your estrogen is high.
Correct.
Are you writing it down? And if your progesterone is high,
Now your skin is oily.
Oily.
Yes. So you will start to have more blemishes and breakouts. And most commonly, they flare around the jawline. Yep. But then also during pregnancy, for example, right? Because we commonly
Pregnancy.
talk about melasma, which we also call the pregnancy mask. That's where you have those hyperpigmentation patches that flare. So now we're starting to treat pigment, which you may have never had a pigment issue before, right? And so there's so many changes that we start to see. I think typically as women, we're very busy. We're balancing home life. We're trying to balance business and work. And some of the symptoms you all have discussed, the joint pain, the lack of sleep, the low energy, we may ignore that, right? But when it comes to the face, because we're staring in the mirror at ourselves every day, that's often where they catch it first. And so I will have women that come to me that do not have a clue that they have hormonal imbalance. And it's not until I start asking other probing questions, and I'm like, okay, this isn't just skincare, this is hormone, and now I have to refer out to Dr. Midla, Dr. Kubra, because at that point it's past my scope. But it all goes hand in hand for sure when it comes to wellness.
Absolutely. So we all can merge together and create a beautiful journey for our patients in our wellness centers, in our spas, in your salons. Because do not forget, I'm not surprised that I don't see many men here, but actually they are missing a lot. Because if they are directors, but I see two. Three. And one is very busy. So what I want to say is that you are the smart ones. Why? Because our industry is, I have to be honest, 80% ladies, 20% men. It's changing. 70-30, I believe. But still women are playing the main role as if, leaders, I would say directors of wellness spas, clinics. Same is with the visitors, like client base. It's usually women. And this is why this topic was inspired to give you idea how you can actually create a journey for your menopause ladies. For example, you can bring in a doctor. I don't know where you work. If you're in Dubai, you can bring in Dr. Kubra, Dr. Ludmila. They can measure, they can do certain scientific, start of the journey. Then you can curate and correlate that to what Courtney and Maria were saying about how we can bundle it. So we were talking on a previous session about marketing, how we can be unique and different, and here is your answer. So Maria, did you maybe do something like that, or Dr. Kubra, Dr. Ludmila, are you doing some retreats? Like, is it happening out there?
Actually, it's very important to have this kind of retreats because on this way you can learn more about yourself. What we are missing today is communication with ourselves. Our body is whispering and telling us, I'm not good, watch out this. And then we say, okay, I will do it tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. And then the body starts yell. And after that, the storm is coming. So, retreat is a necessity for each of us to do something, to ground, to connect with the nature, to connect with the people. But really, these quality connections, that the life is so fast and we don't have time to talk with the people with a similar interest, to see how you can benefit, what you can improve in your life. And what is the precious thing? It's time. And we don't have it. And having time for yourself is half of the health. If you communicate and see, I like this, I don't like this is good for me, and testing. I have a lot of patients who are coming for intolerances. And I ask them, what did you do? Did you change something? They say, no. I said, why? I'm waiting for you to tell me what to do. But you notice that you maybe are bloated from the dairy or sugar or something, and you don't value your body. So when we are in the best shape, when we give ourselves the best possible treatments, we can do anything. We can reach the stars. We can invent things. We can touch the sky and be in a permanent state with us.
Thank you, doctor. This is so inspiring. And I definitely want to say that having the emotions connecting to our body and also treating our body with the right things from outside and from inside will then reflect as
Definitely. Yeah. I'm always saying the same thing to my to my patients, let's say patients. Your outside health is the reflection of your inside health. So everything starts from the inside, from the emotions, from the hormones, from your nutritionist level and everything else. I will give you my example from this point because I relocated to Dubai 4 years ago. And I met with Tayana. And there was a lot of things going on. And after 6 months, I got COVID. After that COVID, I felt that I'm not the same as before. And I was checking my blood test. Everything was like normal and the stuff. But in that, I was not feeling the same. I was waking up around 3 to 4 a.m. I couldn't able to sleep. I was gaining weight. My skin started to change. And I was just crying in the advertisement time on the TV channels. I was just saying, even my husband was saying, what's happening to you? I was yelling to my son. It was the sensitive point that hit me that, Kübra, you need to do something. And then I started to do the test because as women, I know that we need to see the data. Where is my problem? My hormones, my cortisol level, my gastrointestinal system, my everything, like my nutrition level, and I did all my tests. It takes maybe 3 to 4 months for me to understand what is the data. And when I got the data, it hits me like, Kübra, yes, you have the hormone metabolization problem. You have the gastrointestinal problem because it's burning from the inflammation. And I start to work on myself. And when I saw that, yes, there is improvement, then I can just implement it to my patient's life. And then I start to work with the skin department. They were doing the amazing treatments. And when I treat my inside health, it was reflecting my outside health. So it was already proved how you are just carrying this stuff and checking it. It starts from our side. It starts with us. Then we can reflect it to our audience. So don't forget it. And from my perspective, I always as a doctor wise in our clinics, I always say, do not guess. Do your test and then understand what's happening to you. Don't do the things blindly because there are lots of the supplementation, drips and everything, blah, blah. In the market in Dubai, we can able to reach everything else, but we need to be targeted. It needs to be curated to you. Like they told in the previous session, it should be targeted. It should be curated. It should be personalized. And for women, not all the sizes fit all. Don't forget it because it should be personalized. We need to see data, and according to that, we can give you the created treatment options. Okay?
and then you go to Dr. Ludmila and also the ladies who will then give you the solution. I'm sure that we heard a lot of new things, and I don't know if you know more about quantum field or what you're doing in the wellness in Sofitel, but we are here to inspire you to start creating these journeys. So I believe with Jean-Guy here, journey is a key, because he started this long time ago for some of the biggest brands in the world, and they are still doing it, but there are still some that don't get it. So our job here is to inspire you. Our job also is to give a chance to those who already found the way to inspire you and to share it with us. So when you come to, I would say, beauty, when you created your product, were you curating it personally based on data, or how does it work?
Yes. So cosmetics, originally founded in 1999, sought to be a line that was truly inclusive, meaning we wanted a solution for every skin type and tone. So it's Fitzpatrick friendly, and we knew that there's so many different skin conditions, right? And as we mentioned, depending on the hormones, that things will change and fluctuate. So we wanted to be sure that we had an option for you regardless of what life stage you were in. And so that is really a kind of the basis of us. Even though we are natural based, we're very clinical and corrective as well. And so again, it does not matter what you may be experiencing, there is an option there for you. Yes.
So like having a doctor alongside of you
Yes.
in a clinic would be, even in a wellness, right? Having a doctor in a wellness means a lot these days. Dr. Ludmila, are you getting invited into wellness world?
Yes.
Are you going there? Are they reaching out to
Definitely.
you?
Can I tell you something? We are speaking a lot about genetics, and as a doctors, we ask patients, what is your family history? And a lot of people is connected. Okay, my mom had this, my father had this. In this age, I might get it. And we speak about epigenetics. And do you know that with all these tests, which are very important, you can do your DNA test and see what is in your genes and what you can prevent in the future. With bioresonance, we do checkings 5 to 10 years before something happens in the field. So when you get all this information, you support it. And you need also the wellness part, not only the physical. Why? Because if you enjoy, you are in good energy. If you got the treatments, it doesn't matter what kind of skin you have or what treatment you prefer. Maybe you will like you said, the aqua, or you will like the certain massage. We have to have this physical contact to feel happy, to feel beauty, and as Diana said, we have to have it inside and outside. And then we have the 360 degrees, the whole picture and whole implement.
So now you know why my skin glows, because everybody asks me how your skin glows. This is the combination. I'm joking, of course. So, but it's true. So when you combine everything together, then you get the results, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that a natural product is the answer to your skin problem, right? And I know you have to hurry, so I will just say that our previous panel got a little bit extended, so I'm going to extend a bit. And I just want to share one more piece of advice, or I would like to ask these ladies to give us an advice. And that is, so when you're invited to a wellness area, for example, or when you collaborate, I know that many spas today collaborate with clinics, correct? I would say the most recent collaborations are around IV, correct? So spas are always like asking for IVs. So I will tell you a secret. If a person is not ready, or actually I will give Dr. Ludmila a chance to explain, if a person is not clean, right, or open,
Yes.
what happens with that IV? So please open your ears very carefully, because we are giving people IVs, right, in your spas. You know what's actually happening? If they're not ready and if they're not tested, they are getting zero effect.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes, actually, when we go and approach from the functions of the organs inside, and a lot of people got IVs without checking, and it's very important to check. That's the reason we suggest all these tests. Then you go personally what you need, because maybe IV needs some kind of IV drip, you need the other. We are all different, and it's very personalized. Our body cannot accept all these things. So somewhere we will put more of something, and then in the other part we will have the lack of the other part. And it's a whole science to know which vitamin, which IV drip, which booster, which supplements you need to use, because same symptoms doesn't have necessary in the background same diagnosis or the same root issue. Everything comes from the root issue. When you know where it comes, you can handle it, and then you can choose what is the best for you. Otherwise, I saw with the patients, especially during the COVID, that they have a lot of effects that influence them in a bad way, even if we are speaking about that it can support our system like digestion and everything, and they were overwhelmed with certain vitamins which they influence their organs.
We call it overkill.
Yes.
Right? So you overkill with all these things. And basically what you need to do, you need to detoxify yourself first. You need to go to Maria or any other spa and wellness, and you need to first check, detoxify, clean it, and then you are ready to accept. It's on the quantum level,
from the room, we cannot put anything inside.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
the same with the body.
Yes, so from the quantum level, we can also see that and detect that. So I will give you a real life example. I love to do that. We had an investor, and she approached to me and said, we need this, but I don't believe in IVs. She really said that. I don't believe in IVs because I've tried it so many times, it didn't work. So we did a whole clinic, we opened everything. It was a wellness clinic, right? But what happened at the end is she still doesn't believe in that. And then she goes through the whole program as a patient zero or a client zero, because that's what has to happen. And all the doctors do their things in the right way. Test, quantum medicine, everything happens. And the lady gets IV after all these steps. She comes to me and says, wow, I have been doing this. Mind you, she owns clinics. So she's the owner. She can do IV every week if she wants. And she says, I've been doing this and I had zero effect. Now, after the whole program, I went through the program, I actually feel the difference in 3 hours. So she actually felt what is IV. Because if we have not done the whole protocol, it's not gonna sit there right. So before you offer in your spas these kind of treatments, please know that this could be an overkill to your patients. And I would really kindly recommend to do tests before. Even if you don't do it, like I would just say to you, Maria, or anyone here, even if you don't do it, bring awareness. Talk about it. Because we are sitting here with doctors, with experts, and they are saying this to you, to us. So if people are asking for this, it is our duty. It is our duty to inform them, right? Rather than poison them. Right? So back to Dr. Kubra with overkill on vitamins. Okay, nothing bad will happen, right? What will happen? They will just pee it out. Sorry to say this on a stage, but it's a real life story.
Yeah, actually, that IV topic takes a huge time in my consultation because, you know, in Dubai, we got used to have the things like in seconds. So whenever we are talking about the plan, what we need to do, what we need to test when we get the results, we need to go ahead with the nutrition, lifestyle, if needed hormone replacement therapy, if needed supplements, and if needed IV therapies. They're saying, why I'm taking the pills? Give me the IV. It is not something work in the real life like that because we couldn't, and then they are saying in the Instagram I saw a commercial about NAD. It is not something NAD you couldn't put these IV therapies in a commercial wise because they are really precious, but it should be prescribed or it should be taken when your body needs it. If you overdose it, it will give harm to your liver, it will give harm to your systemic era. So we are trying to protect you to overdose the things. We are trying to give you a clear pathway. We are trying to enlighten your dark tunnel. If that your health journey is a dark tunnel, when we do blood tests, it is maybe enlightened the 20 to 25%. If we are doing the hormonal testings, the hormone metabolization test, it will enlighten a bit. And the GI testings or the DNA testings, so we are enlightening your tunnel and we are giving the treatment plan as sustainable as possible. So it is not the thing that it will happen in 1 month, 2 months. Maybe it will take 6 months. Maybe it will take 1 year. So when we are trying to curate the plans for the patients, it is taking time. We need to give that message to the patient. It will not happen in a short term. You will see the difference maybe in a long term, but it will be sustainable. The sustainability key matter.
Sure. I've been just warned that we are over time. It's normal, but we need Courtney, yes, because she's a curator on another show, and I'm sorry for that. But this is a very exciting topic, and especially when we tapped into IV, especially when we tap to all that is happening in the market. And Dubai is well known of fast solutions, and people do come, and you know it's at the end P&L and KPIs, which we will talk after this topic, KPIs. And then what happens to directors? They are sitting here. You sometimes say, if they want it, let's give it to them. And you do, and we do. But again, good thing is nothing bad will happen. It will just be, I call it waste of money. But however, it's important that you guys know that there can be an overkill with this. You have to bring a message. You don't have to tell them, no, I will not do it. Just give a message there that there should be a test done. You can also create a program like, for example, a journey, especially if we're talking women, menopause women. Don't forget, even a man sitting here, 80% of your clientele are women, us. We come to you. We are full of problems. And I will just try to wrap it up. The problems of feeling bloated, gaining weight without changing the diet, mood swings. Mood swings? No, we don't have mood swings, right, ladies? Exactly. So, but what I want to say is give us solution. Let the doctor test and let's collaborate. The previous panel was about collaboration. Collaborate with these extremely good doctors. I don't call them doctors. These are my maverick doctors, right? They are on the next level. Talk to them. Let them explain to you what it is. And once this is done, then I'm sure your KPIs will be touched. And there will be no unexpected KPIs. Thank you so much, ladies.